Today we're going to be adding a new raised bed to our garden. I mentioned that I wanted to add a raised bed to this patio area, and Vego was kind enough to gift us one. So we have here a elevated garden bed. This is a 2x6 on a green color, and I also got a wheel kit with it. We're going to unbox it, assemble, and even plant it today. The raised bed came really nicely packed. All of the parts came separated. Everything was very nicely labeled and the instructions were very easy to follow. They recommend placing the unpacked box flat on the ground to serve as a protective mat, and that two people work together during the assembly, so it can take about half an hour to get it all ready to go. We got the option with the wheels, which will be perfect for us this season. We just moved to this new location last year and it'll be our first growing season here, and we need to understand our sunlight patterns, so that's perfect for us. I'll be able to move it around. I also love this design of the shelves underneath, so we can store our garden tools and leave everything nice and organized in our garden. And this elevated design is going to make so easy to garden while I'm standing up. Look at that. This is so nice. I love it. Beautiful. Love the color. They have other colors too, but I chose the green, and I also chose the 2x6. They have two more sizes, 2x4 and 2x8, but this one's going to be perfect for our little home right here. Okay, now it's time to get this raised bed all filled up. I'm going to use some old potting soil first to fill the base, but I'm going to amend the soil first. And I also have the Vego composter. I got that right before the holidays. I have been using through over the winter, and I've made this Vego Meal here. I'm saving it on this little bucket so I can mix it up with the soil. I decided to add the potting soil to the bed first and amend it once all of the soil was in there, since it will be a bit more spread out and easier to do it. And I'm going to do the first layer of the Vego amendment here. Just sprinkling it around on the top. I'm not really measuring this, but on the instructions of the Vego composter say that you should do a 1:10 ratio. I also had a couple extra buckets of potting soil, so I decided to add that. And I have some fresh brand new potting soil that I'm planning to put on the top too. But I felt that layering the old one with the Vego Meal would be a good idea to get everything nicely mixed up in there first before I added the brand new potting soil to get some extra nutrients and make sure that the soil is very nice and fluffy right on the top where the roots of these new seedlings will be getting established first. You could also top this off with a little bit of aged compost, but I'm leaving just like this today. Oh my gosh, so nice to have a raised bed this tall. I love it. Love, love, love it. I think it will be very nice for us to harvest and do some very comfortable gardening. Okay, now we're ready for planting. I have the seedlings here that I plan to put in this bed. They are all cold hardy seedlings. I'm gardening in zone 6B7A in the lower Hudson Valley. We're going to start here with things that I know are going to need some space. I have some cauliflower. I'm going to try to put 6 cauliflowers in here. So this is a 6-foot bed. I'm going to put right in the middle of the bed and then interplanting things on the edges. I have 3 shadow cauliflowers in here that are yellow and 3 purple moon cauliflowers. So I'm going to start with the purples. I will put them in between each other. Actually, I'll do one purple, one yellow, one purple, one yellow to make it nice. Put the purple here in the edge. Then we're going to just throw the seedlings on top and just see if they're even. Maybe one here in the middle and then the other one here. Maybe I'll do 5. Let's do 5. Just to give us a little space. So 5 cauliflowers, and I'll plant the other cauliflower somewhere else. So we do 3 purple and 2 yellow. So that looks good, right? Then I'm just going to plant it real quick. And other than the cauliflower, I also have some broccoli, some kohlrabi, some herbs, onions, and flowers that I plan to interplant in here as well. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to plant this broccoli a bit more towards the back here. This is a burgundy broccoli. This is my favorite broccoli that I grew last year. Just one. I have one left over. Couple of kohlrabis. I'll put one here. Look, this guy needed to be planted. Roots are starting to get rolled around. I might actually help it out. But it's still nice and white, nice and healthy roots. That's a good thing. So, kohlrabi here in the back. And I'm going to do the other kohlrabi here on this corner, closer to these smaller seedlings in here. Great. Take the spots out of the way. And I'm gonna fill things around with this purple cabbage. I actually only have 3. I thought I had 5, but there was ones over here didn't make it. So I'm gonna do, I think, 1 right here in the side, in between. Another one here. This got big, so even though the seedlings all look tiny right now, they will need some space to grow. Then I'm gonna put this other purple Napa cabbage right here in between those 2 guys. Leave the tag on this one. These are some onions. I'm growing onions for the first time this year. These are New York early onions. And I'm going to try to winter plant them in here because I also want them to act a bit as pest control. We have lots of wildlife here in our garden. This being elevated will already help with that, so the rabbits and things that will go low won't get in here. But the bigger animals, I heard that repelled by the smell of onions, so I wanted to interplant lots of onions in between everything in here just to see if that would help us with some pest control. It's my first time growing them, so I might be growing them a little too close. If you have smaller onions, it's okay too. And I'm totally fine if they don't get to full size. It's just an experiment. Once these brassicas start getting really big, I'll probably just harvest the onions. By that time, hopefully, I won't have too many things trying to eat it. They'll be nice and established, and I will add some herbs that I started from seed here too to help with that. I'm gonna try to put a couple thymes in here because they have a very strong smell. Let me actually move this onion. Maybe I'll put one thyme right here, kind of in the middle. They have a strong smell and by the edge of the bed. I guess I might do another one right next to it here in the front. See how it goes. I also want to plant some pansies here for beauty. I just want a few flowers in here, this bed. Maybe I will just put them in the corner, move these onions. They don't take a lot of space. I want to do 3, I think. I know I did an onion here, I might move this. Changing my mind as I go. That's fun. Not a problem. Then this other one here in this corner. Just move this onion. Put it right in the corner too. I'll probably harvest these ones that I'm planting a bit more in the back first to give the cauliflower more space. Okay, now we're just gonna get everything nice and watered. I don't have my hose on yet, but we're gonna water with this handy watering can. I really like this one too. And if it gets cold, Vego does have a cover that you can get in their website. I might cover mine with a frost cloth if it needs it, but again, these seedlings are well acclimated. Plus, I am planning to get this bed right next to the wall, which will bring some extra heat to them too, which is good. How is that you can put your stuff a little closer to the house? It helps keeping them a little bit warmer. All right, look how nice everyone looks in their new home. I am going to push this because it's on wheels all the way to the back here. Maybe I'll do it just for tonight since it's going to get a little colder for us. I'll put it next to the wall and then tomorrow morning I'll just push it a little bit farther so it can get moisture if I got rain. So this is why it's so cool to have it on wheels too, because you can just move it around and get to know your space and see what's going to work best for you. Say thank you so much to Vego Gardens for sending me this amazing gift. If you guys want to get one too, I have the link to it on the description box down below. And if you want to see how all of these veggies are going to do here to the season, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time.